Hi, it's Channel Hansboy here, and today I'm going to look at a 4-note guitar trick. It's really 4 notes that are being manipulated in a specific way, utilizing the interval of an augmented fourth. As you might have been able to detect in the solo that I play at the beginning of this video, there are moments where I'm using this pattern, this 4-note trick. So it's essentially the first 4 notes of a minor pentatonic scale. So we're in the key of G, G, B flat, C, D. Then, if I'm thinking of G, I'm going to go an augmented fourth above G, which is C sharp. And then an augmented fourth above that is G. So we're doing this. G minor, C sharp minor. That's the implication. Even though we're playing over a G minor static chord, I'm implying this G minor to C sharp minor. That's exactly the same thing, but descending. So I'm rolling with my first finger and then sort of doing down stroke. And then up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And so on. It's very pianistic, but it's a really interesting thing that you can add when you're playing over a G minor. It takes it outside, but you keep coming back in. So it's not like going outside for a long period of time. It's you're in key, you're out, you're in, you're out. So it's kind of alternating there between the tonalities. Another way to do it. I'm playing the first flat third, the fifth, and then approaching the C sharp minor, the side step there, with a semitone descent. Each time I go up. And when you get to this point, you can slip right into the G minor blues scale, which really is a nice thing to do because it brings you back into the tonality again. So you're creating this tension as you build and then bringing it back in. Another way to manipulate that 4-note trick is an octave higher. Similar thing, but instead of I'm playing the first, flat third, fifth down to the fourth, semitone slide up to the C sharp, first, flat third, fifth down to the fourth, semitone slide up to the G. And then up to the C sharp. Another way to look at this 4-note trick is vertically, as if you're playing arpeggios. Again, G minor, C sharp minor, G minor, C sharp minor. I'm playing the first, flat third, fifth, fourth, the 4-note in its entirety, just a slight variation on the order of the notes. And then the C sharp minor. sort of inversion of that, really. And then slide up by a semitone to the G minor. Semitone for the C sharp minor. Just a little octave displacement there. So it's basically a 4-note trick in the sense that you're taking 4 notes and varying them in multiple ways. There's no real formula to this. I'm not really a mathematician. So, there's some guys who reduce it to a formula and it's got sort of a really interesting mathematical layout to it. But I'm not that kind of guy. I just see simple formulas that I can use in a creative way. I'm always thinking of it creatively rather than as mathematically. So you could develop this further in your own way and build some formula if you're a formula type of guy. But I just like these simple ideas that can be extrapolated when you're soloing to create interest in the solo. I'm playing in G minor. Again, I'm going to throw these in just to show you how to open up the solo. Now, in terms of the chords or the harmony behind it, even though you're playing over a static G minor, is a G minor, C sharp minor, and various inversions thereof. So, for example, G minor, C sharp minor, you can play these stacked fourths. That'll be G minor, C sharp minor, move it up a semitone. You're playing G, move it up a semitone. You're playing C sharp minor again. With a G in the bass. Playing G again. C sharp minor. G minor 13. C sharp minor. G minor. C sharp minor. G minor. So you can have a lot of fun moving those chords, those fourths up by semitones, because each time you move them up by a semitone, they actually work. Obviously, you have to be careful with specific voicings that you use, but you could do something in terms of the left hand if you're a pianist or you're just a guitarist and you want to comp those chords. No, sorry. So just to go over them again really slowly. this one, make sure it's a downstroke first. Down, up, down, up, down. That way you can do down, down, down. Sort of a sweep pick, a downward sweep pick for the arpeggio that you're playing there, for C sharp minor. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Once you're comfortable playing these patterns, then try to employ them in your own solos. And of course, ideally, you want to further develop them. A good practice is just to take 3 or 4 notes and try to embellish them and vary them in many different ways and modify them as much, because you're forced to use your imagination. You know, it's very easy to play lots of notes from a scale or whatever, but if you have to focus on just 3 or 4 notes and only use them, then that can be a bit of a challenge. It's applicable more to composition and more to adding color to a solo. You know, generally speaking, you wouldn't just resort to 3 or 4 notes doing an improvised solo. But it's a good practice just to give you an idea of how to maximize your resources, how to come up with as many ways to play those notes possible. Anyway, I hope this video was useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.